Hi there folks, it's Johnny Cope here and I want to launch this, the new TravelDoo Pro, the Pro 2. So here we are, here's the package. As you saw, I can wear it on my back, nice strap here, nice size, or you could wear it right across if you lengthen the strap, which you can easily do. Just slip this out and sling this over, and there you got that kind of more of a courier style backpack. Really pleased with this, so I want to take a little time to show this off to you. So here's the whole package in a really nice strong case. Like I said, here's this adjustable strap, I can pull that tight now. Front pocket with all the accessories in, and then the actual thing inside. Really nicely made, some padding in there as well. And this nice, strong zip top. So we'll zip that open, so we can see all the goodies inside. So we're going to lift everything out and show it to you, unpack it all, put it all together, show you all the different options. So this is how it all come, all wrapped up like that. So there's a whole bunch of components in there which you can go and lift out. We've made the bell quite a bit smaller now, which I'm really pleased with. So I'm going to go ahead and lay that down. And then we've got all of the new sliding components, which are now kind of brushed aluminium. So they're really nice, no issues with flaking paint and things like that. And then the last thing, kind of exciting bit, inside here you'll find a whole bunch of wooden mouthpieces. So let me, and also some information, how to do everything, and a little pot of Vaseline for the screw threads. So I'm going to come in and show you these because these are very new. They're all screw-on threads, different sizes. So we've got like a 30mm, 32mm. This cupped one for multi-drone, low drone special techniques, which I'll explain later on. Nice small tight one. And some throating inside as well, which you can see hopefully, yeah, if I hold it against there, look. So that means it goes to a smaller hole for better back pressure. If you don't like that, you can take a rasp in there and open that out. It's totally up to you. You know, every player has their own personal preference. So there's actually 4 mouthpieces. The 4th and final one is actually shipped on the end of the other first bit. So let me just cut here and I'll open this up and show you everything. Okay, so here we go. Here are the main didgeridoo components, all in nice plain black now, no dot, and as you can see, metal fittings of different sizes. So we've moved now, let's start with the bell actually. We've put a thicker, chunkier rubber on there for those of you who are going out busking, so it can survive being put on the ground. Nice finish on everything, okay, Dr. Didge Dolphin sticker. You're more than welcome to decorate these yourself. They'll take acrylic paints really well, spray or paint on. I'm going to do mine. This is going to be my personal one, the one I'm demoing now. And I'm going to paint this with some UV reactive paint, because that's the way I'm going with some of my stage stuff. The final piece is this really extra large with quite short threads, so that's much easier now to thread onto this next bit. What we're shipping in here, just to kind of help, because metal on metal is always going to be a little bit tight, so you get this little bit of Vaseline in a pot here. That's coming free of charge. Plenty in there to just get you going. Just a little smear on these just to kind of help them stay nice and smooth, and same on all the others as well, which I'll do as we go along. But just to show, basically mating these up so they're nice and flush before you start turning means then it's nice and quick and easy and get a nice tight, no rattle seal. Okay. So second section. And we don't have to build it in this way. This is to build the whole full thing, and I'll show you all the different configurations. This might look weird. We're going to a smaller one here, and that unlocks some magic a bit later on, including some more kind of Aboriginal style, West Island style, growly. So then we've got the next section up, and these have both got these same sizes. So this can fit onto here, or the really interesting thing is you can fit the final and the mouthpiece end directly onto there, which is a bit I'll demo in a minute. Want to say something about this now, because we're going to be shipping with 3 slider sections. which looks a lot, but believe me, it allows you to go from, gives you full kind of configuration right from the short, fast, really funky stuff right through to the long multi-drone stuff. Now, some big changes here. New mouthpieces, which I've helped size. Really pleased we've got all the different options. Those that like playing tight, those that are playing wider, and then special cup section. These are screw on, so there's no way they're going to come loose or leak or whatever. Quite a long thread on these, but I'm pleased with the quality of those now. They screw on and you know they're there and they're going to stay there. So get them nice and tight. And the big change, this rubber O-ring on here, because we used to go metal slide into the body, which kind of looks the same, but what we've done is we've put another alu tube down inside here. So you've got a really positive air pressure seal, okay? Don't put any Vaseline on this O-ring, or let anything get on the O-ring really. It should make its own seal. And if it gets a bit wet with saliva, then great, more the better. But if you put any oil or anything on there, it's more likely to degrade and end up breaking. We're going to ship you a couple of replacements for those, because like any moving part, it is going to eventually go. So you can replace those. They're pretty easy to find, and they should last a good long while. But what I'm really pleased with is now that this not only gives you really, really solid air seal in there, that it also means you can kind of slide on the fly. So it's providing enough resistance that if you want to slide and lock in place for a tone, then that's fine. But it can slide as well. So I'm really pleased though. That's been a major improvement, I think. So we start with a short slider. I'm going to put the short slider in, and we're going to miss out. This is kind of 1, 2, 3. We're going to miss out 2, so we're going to go 1, 3. And that's this really freaky little thing here, which allows us to make this very short, strange looking instrument. But this is great for this Aboriginal style. I've got the wrong mouthpiece on here. Yeah, too wide. So, this is where you find your personal preferences. I play quite a small mouthpiece. I could have happily edited that out and not look a twit, but I'm not going to. I'll leave it in and let you see the process that you go through yourself, because it might be that mouthpiece is right for you. Just a few millimeters difference. There we go. Right. So if I start with it all the way in, this is going to be about the highest, which is kind of a bit up around an A. Let's drop it down to something a bit more sensible. Really, really powerful style of playing. Really, really good for the diaphragm. Sounds great. Really nice and kind of crunchy. So you could probably take that to about there. You need at least an inch or inch and a half. So it takes you down to. That kind of level. And then it's time, if you want to go a bit lower, time to go back to kind of normal shape, if you like, and introduce part 2, which screws in. If these look a bit off center as you're screwing them, don't worry. It's because they're built kind of on an angle, so it will all level up once it's all kind of nice and snug. And then we can go ahead and introduce part 1 back in. And this gives you your main kind of everyday configuration, if you like. This is what's going to do all your sort of standard keys. From there to, and obviously all the steps in between, but nice clean toots as well. Really pleased with the nice kind of clean edge to these, so really easy and nice to control the toots. So that's going to be kind of one of your main playing. Looks kind of like, you know, standard didge shape if you like, before we add the bell on and start moving to all the crazy low keys, for which I'm probably going to cut and put a microphone right down there. Otherwise, with me right up here, you're not going to be able to hear what it sounds like. Hi again folks, so here we are at the next stage. I've screwed on now the bell, so this barely stands up in my low ceilinged studio. This is well above me, so this must be about 6 foot 5, so pretty big now, all screwed together. So that's your starting point for the lower tones. So I've put just a wider mouthpiece on a short section just to get things going. And I'll put this down here because I've got a mic down here on the floor. Plenty of room in there for jaw drop techniques, for dropping to even lower tone, however low it is anyway. Takes vocals pretty well. If you want to try toots, for myself, I probably would go to the slightly smaller mouthpiece actually for cleaner toots. So this is a nice thing about having these mouthpieces. You'll find as you switch between different lengths and different styles, you've got the flexibility to just whack on a different mouthpiece. You may know, if you've experimented quite a bit already, you will know which mouthpieces you tend to prefer for the best style, you know, for any particular style of playing. You know, small mouthpieces for faster or bigger mouthpieces for lower. Really depends. It's a very personal preference. So then now I'm going to go ahead and put on this second section of. So even if you're playing in a band, you know, none of this takes that long. That if you've got a couple of, you know, key changes, you can usually cope. So now, well, if we start back where we were with this most of the way in. And then all the way out to the end of this section, like I said, with about still about an inch in, obviously, to create a seal. That takes us down to. It's getting pretty low now. Really nice drop, the space in the mouthpiece. So whether you want to play a bit faster or a bit slower, takes the voice really well for nice long drones and more overtone based playing. But percussive techniques and everything as well work, you know, just as well. So if you want to play a little bit faster, and then the really interesting thing obviously comes, and I'm kind of speeding through a whole load of options here because this would be a lot longer video if I showed you all the different you know, keys in between. I'll let you explore all that, but just to try and kind of show you some of the key things. Obviously now we're well over a metre, probably getting off 1.5 meters of just slide pipe, so you can see where we're going here. So we need to change this mouthpiece now. Experiment with them all. I mean, you'll get some different techniques. You'll get better control over the toots from the smaller, but I want to move on to this new, this cupped deep mouthpiece, which is what you know, I tried this enough to know that this is what we need to control this multi-drone technique. Now I'm by no means an expert, I'm still learning myself, but I'll show you basically what I'm talking about. So let's again start back where we were. So the joint of the second one. Okay, so all of that third section in there, because it's about the length of this first piece, each one of these, if you see what I mean. So that doesn't affect the sound. It's not like you're projecting out into the cone or anything like that. So that takes us down to here, with this now rounded, cupped mouthpiece. Right. That's starting off on the drone. So I'm going to get a bit slacker, because this is much, much bigger. So there's the drone there. Lovely space for the jaw drop again. But as you saw, caught me out there, pushing a little bit harder and a tiny little bit more tension, the lips will take you into what would be a toot, but because we're so low, it sounds like another drone, but you know, about an octave up. And that gets very, very interesting. Like I said, I'm still learning this style myself, so don't expect any great explanation of this, or you know, really wow. You know, I'll be discovering along with you with this didge, because it really opens up a whole load of possibilities in that you can get a rhythm or you know, any kind of technique going on a low drone, and then just that little shift in pressure take it up into that higher, which sounds really quite cool. So there's basically the same sort of rhythm and effects done on the low drone, and then shifting to that first toot, which sounds like a low drone. Sort of overblown toots, so with a bit of extra pressure, takes you off into all the normal sort of trumpet and horn notes. So with a bit of practicing with the lip, you can figure out, you know, you've got sort of normal low drone, first multi-drone, you know, sort of toot drone, and then probably another one again, all the higher horn notes. So I'm just going to have to practice my lip a little bit, but you can see the basic effect. Now, that was all on that that position. So if now we take it, we're going to go right to the extreme now. Obviously, you know, we know what other keys sound like, so probably not a lot of point in me I can't even reach, look, to do this. Getting ever lower, right down to, got to obviously leave about an inch still in. So here we are now at about, this has got to be getting on for about 9 feet plus. So I'm way back here, the microphone's way down there, and I'm up against my cupboards here. Hopefully you can still hear me when I'm speaking, but the microphone's down there. This is going to be very, very low now. So I'm just going to adjust the mouthpiece so it's the right way around. Think nice and light, slack lip. That's pretty low, alright? You're probably not going to need to want to play much lower than that. And obviously, even though we've got trying to give you as much flexibility as you can from the really high to the really low, no small didge that packs into a tiny little case like this is going to do everything, but we're trying to give you as much as we possibly can. And that really lovely jaw drop again. So there you can see kind of the range that we can go to. I might make some other breakout videos to showcase some of the different components, so like how to get the best kind of Aboriginal style, this wow, it's called West Island crunchy style with the really short crazy looking, like almost like a club stick. Something in between, the sort of around the F and the G for different fast, funky percussive stuff playing. But you can see hopefully in this short video, this tiny bag that we can carry onto a plane, barely 55 centimeters long, about 4.5 kilos, built to last. Really pleased with the quality of this. So hopefully that shows you all of what this great didge can do. So thanks for watching. Come and buy them.